Well, hello there, Crypto Wisers. It's your old friend Milton. I am back. Yes, I was on vacay. If you watched this channel, you know I was over at Marv's for a while. We did some live shows for you, but then I traveled on my own, and now I am back. I missed you guys, but wow. What did you guys do to the crypto market? It has been ugly the last few weeks. Yikes. But I think we're finally, maybe, fingers crossed, knock on wood, hitting an area where it is time to start buying again. At least that is what I have started doing this week. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what I have been dipping my toes into in terms of the alt world, and specifically Polkadot. You guys know that I love Polkadot. I love the Polkadot ecosystem. Well, this video, I'm going to be telling you what in that ecosystem I have been starting to buy now that we have seen some indicators that it might be time to start accumulating again. So you know what to do. Buckle up, because this is going to be another exciting episode of CryptoWise. All right, guys, before I get into specific projects that I'm starting to buy up again, first we got to talk strategy, overall investment strategy. Because on these bigger dips, this is where you always have to reevaluate your investment strategy. Were you prepared for this dip? Now, let me tell you in all honesty, I was not expecting this, okay? This pullback here from 67 down to kind of 59.60 area, okay, that was fine. I was expecting maybe a bit of a pullback after this run up. And this is the Bitcoin one-day chart, guys. But over here, when we were at 57, was I expecting to touch down to 42? No. Not a lot of people were. Most of the people that I really respect and think are super smart in this space were not expecting that. But there's a difference between expecting it and being prepared for it. Okay, so I say this a lot on the show. AHS. Always hold stables. Even if you think the market is going to pump huge, if you think we are getting ready for that next pump up, you got to be disciplined. You got to hold some stables for the unexpected. So during this last crash, two things I know worked for me in terms of my investment strategy, and hopefully it worked for you too, because I say this over and over again on this channel. 1, always hold stables. 2, do not put more than 1 or 2% into risky altcoins. Okay, those are 2 rules of crypto investing that I live by, and I am very disciplined about it. So, did I get killed in this last crash? Yes. Some of my altcoins destroyed, okay? But overall, do I feel okay? Am I calm? Am I optimistic about crypto still? Of course. And I can sleep at night because I did not over-invest in any particular risky alts. So even though some of the alts that I have been in are really not looking very good right now from where I bought into them, I'm okay. It's only a couple percentage of my overall portfolio. Now, my full portfolio is way down than where it was a couple of weeks ago, but I'm not panicking. I'm not selling. And I had some stables set aside just in case. So I wasn't expecting it, but I was prepared for it. So those are the 2 rules that I live by. I would highly recommend them for any investor, but you do you, whatever works for you. But when these big dips happen, and I've been through a lot of them, there's always time to reassess your strategy. Is it working for you? Doesn't mean you always have to be up, but were you mitigating risk? Were you preparing for the worst case scenario? Were you diversified enough? Did you have enough blue chippers in your portfolio that you believe in that you can just sit on and not worry about these big dips? Did you have any stables held back to be buying these dips, to be buying the crypto you most believe in now on this dip, but not going all in, buying up a little bit? If it keeps going down, you can buy a bit more. That kind of thing. I definitely hope you did, but if you didn't, not time to kick yourself while you're down. Get back up, let this be a lesson for you, and just be more disciplined in the future. Because in the long run, we know crypto is going to win. It is not going anywhere. A lot of these projects are going to change the world. You are early, you are in the right space. I have made so many mistakes over the years in crypto. I'm still standing. I've still earned, I've still made gains, even after making investment mistakes. So do not worry. Always use these moments as a learning opportunity. All right, guys, as I said, I have started buying again, accumulating certain coins again this week. I've been very patient the last week, 10 days or so. Now, the three big ones that I am DCAing in are Ethereum. Okay, I think this is a great opportunity on Ethereum. We're down at 3,700. Today has been ugly again. We saw a huge dip, and now we're just seeing a bit of recovery as I film this. But to me, at 3,700, and we're seeing other indicators like volume going down, RSI is, bottomed out on a lot of these. Does that mean we can't go lower? No, of course, we can always go lower, but you got to pick the time when you're going to start accumulating. And for me, that time has been this week. So Ethereum, Solana is the other one. I am just going to start buying back, DCAing in every week. I'll buy a little bit until it starts pumping again. And the last one, no surprise, is Polkadot, of course, at under $25. To me, this is a no-brainer. So I am, again, DCAing into Polkadot. And we know that Akala is launching the first parachain on Polkadot in a couple of days now, I think the 17th. So that's going to be exciting. And Polkadot really has not had its day yet. Okay, we saw a great run up early in the year when everything else was pumping, but then it crashed. And yeah, it did kind of come back. We saw it hit over $50, but it hasn't had its huge run the way that Solana did, the way that even Avalanche has, and some of these other chains, Binance Smart Chain. I just don't think Polkadot has reached even close to its full potential yet. And I'm okay with that because long term, I totally believe in Polkadot so much that anytime I can start accumulating again, I am happy for it. Now, I'm not expecting huge pumps from Polkadot or the Polkadot ecosystem in the next, say, couple of weeks, okay? I think other ecosystems could pump more. So if you're looking for kind of the fast pump off of this latest dip, there might be other ecosystems that pump faster, like Solana, even Cardano, if they could finally start, putting out some actual dApps that work. Avalanche and Luna have been strong. Binance Smart Chain is always up there as well. So these coins that I'm talking about today, these are more 6 months to a year to even beyond that for me in terms of investment time frame. These are not the coins that I'm looking to just bounce off of this bottom, if this is indeed a bottom. But they are ones within the Polkadot ecosystem that I like a lot, that I had either no exposure to or some exposure to, but I wanted to increase exposure in the long run. So I'm buying some blue chip. I'm buying up Ethereum, Polkadot, and Solana. But beyond that, this week, here are some other projects that I've been buying. Number one, Moonriver, one of the very first Kusama parachains. Okay, this is an Ethereum compatible parachain on Kusama. This thing had a wild start. Okay, right when it launched, it went almost to 500. Came back down, went back up, but now we're seeing prices we have not seen since really very much at the beginning of its launch. I had a little bit of Moonriver exposure. I've been using Moonriver for a while now, but this has been my opportunity to actually buy myself a pretty good position in Moonriver because I missed this initial launch. I did not participate in the crowd loan for Kusama Parachain. I had no Moonriver. I did buy some a little bit here and there throughout this time because I wanted to use it, but I'm using this as an opportunity to really kind of fill my bags even more in Moonriver. And if we look at DeFi Llama, we can see that most of the major chains lost a lot of TVL in this dip. A lot of people taking out their money, removing their liquidity out of these chains, and Moonriver was no exception. Here it is, number 23. Okay, we can see that the liquidity in this past dump has gone from about 350 million. It's, down at 257. So a lot of liquidity leaving this chain, but long term, I still really like it, even though I'm a little bit nervous with Moonbeam going to be launching, how that's going to work. But I love the tokenomics of Moonriver. I've been using it, and this is a key here for me, okay? This is one of the keys to crypto for me. I don't just speculate. Sometimes I do, but most often I use the product. I use the chain, I use the dApp, whatever it is. If it's out there, I use it. And if I like the user experience, I feel much more comfortable investing in it. And that brings me to my second token that I have put some money in this week. That is Solarbeam, which is a dApp. It's a DEX built on Moonriver. Its liquidity has gone down. Its price has been destroyed recently. All right, Solarbeam now at $4.12. Yikes. Okay. And if we see the all-time chart here, as we can see, it reached $32, okay, at some point, right when it launched. And, but, you know, even before this recent dip, it has gone down. I mean, it was at about $20 not too long ago, and now it's down at $4. This is a very risky play. This is a tiny market cap still, only over $5 million. But the reason why I invested this week is because I've been using it mostly as my DEX on Moonriver. And I gotta say, the experience is great, okay? It works really well. There's a great bridge from Ethereum to Moonriver. If you want to bridge any assets over from Ethereum to Moonriver to do some really cheap swapping or to just get into Moonriver, amazing experience. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I've been using this for a few weeks now. I really like the experience. And then, so I believe in the project from an experience point of view. Doesn't mean it's 100% guaranteed to do really, really well. But when you see this kind of dump on a project that actually works really well. It's down almost 90% from its all-time high. I thought from a risk perspective, this was a good one, and I want to have more exposure to Moonriver. I believe in it as an ecosystem within Polkadot and Kusama, and so I bought myself some Solarbeam. Then this brings me to my third coin within Moonriver that I bought. This one is even more risky. This is RomeDao, okay? RomeDao, and I bought it on Solarbeam. So if we look up Rome here, K1 Rome here is now at $321. This was over $1,500 not too long ago, and this is a brand new project. It just launched right before the crash, actually. I think last week. I don't know, my dates get all jumbled up, but either last week or the week before it launched, token reached $1,500, over $1,500. Now it's down to $300. Now, this is an Olympus DAO fork. I've talked about Olympus DAO on this channel before. That's another token to look at right now that is way down. But this is DeFi 2.0. This is really the very first major challenge that we've seen for DeFi 2.0 because it's only really taken off over the last 6 months or so, and it's been a really hot market. So things like Olympus, we haven't really seen them have to deal with this kind of challenge. But I really believe in DeFi 2.0. I think it is the next wave of DeFi. I think they are building really cool things on top of DeFi 1.0. And Olympus has a million forks, okay? It was so successful. A ton of people have forked Olympus. But the one I was most impressed with was RomeDao. And one of the extra added incentives for me is that it is built on Moonriver and it wants to be essentially the Olympus of Polkadot and Kusama. And so I've been following it. I'm really impressed with what the team has built so far. It's going to be gamified DeFi. They're going to be starting these kind of campaigns of war. There are different houses that you can join. I won't go into all of it right now, but this was one that I bought more of, and I am staking my Rome here. I'm getting about 200,000% on it right now, which helps with the price kind of crashing. This is high risk, guys. This one's super high risk, but for me, allocating some of my high risk budget into this, it's one that I think has huge potential. And again, getting it at such a discount. Okay, it really hasn't found its legs yet. Okay, it's saying that the all-time high was 7,400. I don't really think that's true. The most I saw it at was 1,500, but regardless, okay, this thing is down huge. And it's early days. It's like a couple weeks in. And so I have kind of moved the liquidity I had from Olympus all into Rome. Again, higher risk, but I like being in on the beginning. I like that it's on Moonriver and I like what they're doing. So those are 3 projects that I've been buying in this week. A couple other dot ones that I've been buying a little bit more of, one that I already have big bags of, and that is the Soramitsu coin. So Soramitsu is the company behind Sora and Polkaswap. They finally came out and said that they are indeed going to be going after a Kusum parachain very soon. How they're going to be funding that is the rewards will be funding by them buying back Polkaswap and Val tokens from the market to pay the crowd loan participants. But anyway, one of the major things about Sora is to be part of their governance structure, you got to own at least 150 XOR tokens. That is the XOR, their main Sora token here. And so I, on these big dips, have been slowly accumulating because I want to ensure that I get up to 150 Sora. And I also bought some more Val on this one because I also add liquidity to Polkaswap. I have been doing that since it launched. And so every once in a while, I buy more here and I put it in. Again, this is a longer time frame for me, 6 months to a year. I really think that this project can take off as Polkadot does. Okay, one last project that I bought more of this week. I couldn't help myself. Kilt protocol. Okay, you guys know how much I love Kilt. They are, again, one of the parachains on Kusama. Blue chip all the way. This thing's a no-brainer for me. Long-term hold. And, it came out of the gate. It hit about, $10, $13 as its all-time high, and now it's down to $4.19, a ridiculous market cap of under 150 million right now. This is one I'm going to be accumulating on any big dips. It's part of my blue chip portfolio now, especially my blue chip Polkadot portfolio. So I couldn't help myself, bought a little bit more Kilt, even though I already have a lot. All right, guys, those are the Polkadot projects that I bought this week. I'm only allocating, about 20% of my reserve stables right now. I'm preparing for the worst still. If we keep going down, I will be ready to buy other things and more of my Polkadot tokens. I'm expecting the best, but I'm preparing for the worst as always. But I do think, for me, all indications show that I think we are close to reaching some sort of bottom here on this dip. Anything could happen, but it's about risk management. I think the odds that we go up from here or around these levels, maybe it's another 5% down, 10% down, but I think the worst has happened. I think the odds are we go up, which is why I'm allocating some more money into the market, but preparing for the worst if that's not true. All right, guys, let me know. What are you guys buying this week if you're buying anything? Or are you staying on the sidelines? Or are you selling? What are you doing? What do you think's gonna happen? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you found this video valuable, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. And of course, follow us over on Twitter at CryptoWiseDaily. All right, guys, it's great to be back. Missed you guys, missed the CryptoWise family. Hopefully I can fit in a bunch more videos before the holidays, so stay tuned to CryptoWise. Until next time, I'm Milton saying over and out.